found out at my own baby shower that the man I'd married wasn't always the man I'd married. We'd booked a lake house for the weekend, packed with my husband's family and a few of my friends. For months, I'd blamed the strangeness on stress. The thing that first snagged me was how off Daniel seemed the day of our courthouse wedding 6 months earlier. He laughed at the right moments, but a half second late like a bad phone connection. His hands were cold. His voice caught on my name. I told myself it was nerves. His twin brother Marcus, who was supposed to stand beside him, had texted that morning that he was stuck at work and couldn't make it. They were identical. The family loved telling stories about how they'd swapped shifts at their dad's shop, fooled teachers, once even swapped dates to a school dance and nobody clocked it. I always heard those as childhood pranks, nothing more. At the shower, Daniel's grandmother, 2 glasses of wine in, patted my belly and said, "You got the good one in the end, didn't you?" After all that shuffling, I laughed and asked what she meant. She winked and said, "Oh, you know, the switch." Then my mother-in-law swept in with cake and the moment dissolved, but the knot in my chest didn't. That night I asked Daniel what she meant. He shrugged. "She's 90, hun. She mixes us up. She probably thought I was Marcus." Reasonable. I let it go. 2 weeks later, I was moving his winter coats to storage, and a folded receipt fell out of a blazer pocket. The blazer from our wedding day. On the back, in handwriting that wasn't his, someone had written, "You always sell it better than he does." She never even blinked. I read it maybe 40 times. My hands wouldn't stay still. I told myself it was a joke between brothers, the kind of dark humor twins share. But I asked him again, straight this time, "Did anything happen at the wedding I should know about?" He got loud, called me paranoid, said I was inventing problems because I'd never had a stable family and didn't know how to just be happy. That line landed exactly where he aimed it. I dropped it. I couldn't drop it. I called Marcus's wife, Rena, and told her I just needed the truth. There was a long pause. Then she said, "Quiet. I thought you knew. Everyone assumed you knew." Daniel had come down with something brutal the morning of the ceremony. Fever, could barely stand. Marcus offered to stand in, just for the vows, just so the photos looked right. Daniel would recover and slip back in for the reception. She said it like it was a favor, like it was sweet. I sat on the bathroom floor and shook. After that, I couldn't stop pulling threads. The time Daniel blanked on the name of my oldest friend, someone I'd mentioned 100 times. The morning he opened 3 wrong drawers looking for the coffee filters in our own kitchen. A gym key card in his nightstand with Marcus's name on it. Small things I'd explained away for months, suddenly lining up into something I couldn't unsee. When I confronted him, dates, the receipt, the key card laid out on the table, he didn't deny it. He said, "It was one ceremony. You got your wedding. Why does it matter whose hand you were holding?" I asked how often they did it. He said it had never really stopped since they were kids. Covering shifts, covering dates, covering each other whenever one of them didn't feel like showing up, sometimes for me. I'd spent 5 years never sure which brother had been sitting across from me. I told him to leave. He packed a bag like I was the one being unreasonable. It got worse. A week later, Marcus showed up at my door, said he'd always felt something for me, and that once the dust settled, he'd love to take me out properly. I shut the door in his face and slid down against it and cried until I couldn't. I called a lawyer the next morning because I hadn't knowingly married the person on the license the whole time. We're looking at annulment, not just divorce. I'm pregnant, I'm starting over, and I'm in therapy learning to forgive myself for mistaking familiarity for safety. Here's what I keep coming back to. I never got a clean answer for which twin was there for which moment, and I've made peace with not needing one. You don't have to know exactly who broke your trust to know you deserved better than a life you had to squint at. I just had to know I was leaving.